like I was saying, I think it's very important, that we speak on that we speak on Cristiano Ronaldo, and before his interview drops, and what people think and what people may think. I think it's definitely important to listen in and to tune in and actually, digest exactly what he's saying. And like I said, you're entitled to your own opinions, but I've been asked by a few people. I've been asked questions about what I think. And could something like this happen? Of course, something like this could happen, especially at the highest level. I think it's more likely to happen at the highest level because someone like Cristiano Ronaldo has the platform to do it. I think people definitely don't understand the ins and out that happens in a dressing room. Listen, I've been in dressing rooms where certain things has happened and I've not agreed with, but you don't have that platform, or you don't have that, I'll probably say, that power, definitely, that he has to go on a show like Piers Morgan and to say what you want to say, or to basically antagonize, or ruffle some few feathers to then be sacked, or to then say, okay, we've had enough, you can go in January for free, which will be a bonus, which would be a plus for him, or be a loss for Man United, that's for sure, because I think all the revenue that they will get from the shirt sales and all that, I think all of that will go. And I think the next club Ronaldo goes, I don't think it would be a footballing reason, but I also believe that it's going to be a marketing reason, because he's a marketing asset. And whatever way you want to look at it, that's how the world works. If you're an asset, people will take you, and they would rather you make them millions and millions than and deal with it further down the line, and says, okay, cool, we've made our money, we can now go invest the money that you've made us into other players. And I think that's what Man United done. I think that Man United used Ronaldo, and I don't think Ronaldo wanted to use Man United for anything apart from wanting to help and play football and break records and come back to the club that he loved. I don't think he wanted to use Man United for any sort of reason, because I think there was numerous other clubs that wanted him. You're talking about Man City, Liverpool, that would have took him on. I think it would. And I think Ronaldo knew what he was coming into, especially with the Premier League, the way it's changed. It's faster, it's quicker, it's the physical, the demand that it takes. And I think he definitely understands, and I think that's why in the summer he wanted to go, because it's a lot different from the leagues that he's come from. I think the leagues that he's come from, of course, he went out to play in Spain, Real Madrid for 9 years, and then he moved to Italy, and two different leagues. And that's why the Premier League is so competitive now, because we have, from top to bottom, every team is aggressive, every team is stronger, is quicker. It's not like when he was 19, 20 and he was playing in the Premier League. Everything is totally different, and he's a massive part of why the Premier League is so different, because he's basically transformed the way people take care of themselves, the way people look after themselves, the way people train, how much people train. I mean, how many players now are playing over the age of 30? Players before used to, retire at the age of 30. How many players now playing until they're 33, 34, 35 at the highest level? So many players are doing it. And I think he's part of the reason why this has happened. Him and Messi, the competition that they both had, I think they've both been a massive influence in the game. So I can understand. A lot of people ask me, do I back Cristiano Ronaldo in this and the way he's acted and what he's done? I said, yeah, I will. I'm going to stand by him, because I understand as a player who's been in dressing rooms, and the way I've seen the way people's been treated, the way people's been frozen out, given a cold shoulder, not even given the respect to even give him a reason. Not even given the reason. So I understand exactly what he's thinking, what he's feeling, because he's a winner. He's a competitor, and he wants to win trophies. He wants to play at the highest level, and I think he still can. Like I was saying, we've seen Zlatan Ibrahimovic still doing it. We've seen Totti do it. We've seen so many players who's played. Thiago at Chelsea, he's still playing. And over the age of 30. But I think there's so many players now, and he's kept himself in good shape. And I will stand by him because, like I said, I understand people might not like what I'm saying. But if you take a seat back and I ask you this question, if you take a seat back and you say, okay, I'm going to work my socks off. Yeah, I'm going to work my socks off from the age of, let's say when he was young. Okay, from the age of 10, let's say. I'm going to work my socks off from the age of 10. I'm going to build my legacy. I'm going to work so hard and get up the ladder, to be the top man, to be the boss, to be my own boss, to do what I want, and to have so many accolades, to win, to break every single record, to win so many Ballon d'Ors, to win so many trophies, to gain so much respect from people within the sport, not only players, I think fans, and you've worked yourself, you've worked all of that all these years, and you come back to the place where you thought that you was going to be loved the most, where people were going to understand, where you were going to get, the treatment that you deserve. And all of a sudden, it's not that. All of a sudden, you're being treated worse than when, you was in foreign countries. Let's say you're being treated worse than when you was in foreign countries. You're being treated, as badly as that. I think you would want to have a say. I think you would also stand up and be like, no, I'm not having this because I've worked too hard for someone to come in. Listen, no disrespect to Erik ten Hag. He's got his rights. He's the manager. He picks the team. He makes a decision, and the board is giving him that authority. And he's exercising his authority. So I have no problem with that. But one thing I am going to say is that what has he achieved? What has he won? What accolades has he got? He's come. This is the biggest club he's ever worked at. It's the biggest, one of the biggest clubs I think he will probably ever work at. After this, I don't know where he's gonna go, depending on how well he does. But it's the biggest club he's ever worked at. And when you come in and you have someone as big as Cristiano Ronaldo, almost 500 million following on social media, 700 plus goals, like it doesn't make sense to me how you can treat him the same way you maybe treat someone like a Garnacho, someone who's young. It doesn't make sense how you treat him, someone who's 18, 19, 20, where you can say, okay, do you know what? I'll give you 2 minutes here. I'll give you 5 minutes here. I'll give you 15 minutes here. I'll give you 20 minutes and an odd game here. You can start here. I'll give you the captain armband. So I believe that there are certain ways to treat some of the top players. There are certain definitely there are certain ways to treat people of influence, people who's achieved so much, and I don't think he has. I think it's a massive disrespect to try and bring him on in the last 2 minutes. I don't care who you are. Like if I'm 17, 18 years old and you're giving me a debut or 2 minutes at Old Trafford, I'll be like, yeah, do you know what? Let me come on. I actually want to come on. Let's go. I'm ready. Bring me on. But you're winning 2-0 and you want to bring him on. Like, it does not make any sense to me. It really doesn't. I don't see how that makes any sense to anyone. Like, if I was to treat you that way, like if I was to treat you after you've made all the sacrifices, being away from fam, or whatever you say, he earned the money. So no, it's not about money. Money, yes, it does make a difference in your financial life, but it doesn't make a difference. Like it doesn't make you, it doesn't bring you immediate happiness. You can't buy immediate, like, even now, like whatever, you can go and spend £500 million, or you can go and spend £1 billion somewhere, and it might make him happy for like a week. It might make you happy in that moment, but he's not going to stay happy. That's a fact. He's definitely not going to stay happy. So I can't. I don't understand when people say, "Oh, money does." No, like money. Yeah, money makes your life easier. I would say money makes your life easier. I do understand that, but at the same time, you got to understand that he's worked to make his life easier. He's worked to be in the position that he is right now. He's worked to fight, to have a say, to have his opinion heard, to have his truth. Like, I'm ready to listen to what he has to say, because I think I can definitely, I can understand, because like I said, I've been in change rooms where it's been like that. People has been frozen out, given a cold shoulder, and they don't even have necessarily, the clubs don't even necessarily need a reason to give you, and you haven't got anything to say, because for one, like I said, you're scared of being dropped, you're scared of not playing, you're scared of not being in the squad, you're scared of being fined, you're scared of being your contract terminated, you're scared of all these things. And like I said, most players are not earning £500,000 a week. So they can't say, oh yeah, do you know what, I'm going to take, a week's wages, 2 weeks wages hit, because for the last 20 years I've been earning this amount of money. They just can't. And they would rather not say anything. They'll rather be silent and not say anything. So I think it's surprising to me how other players, ex-pros especially, who has the voice and who has the platform on social media, to not stand up, because I think, again, people are scared. People are scared because that's the world we're living in right now. People are scared to vote, to say what they need to say. And I'm not scared. I would say what I want to say. I'll say when I want to say it. I would act how I want to act, and I think that's the way life should be. I think everyone has an opinion. Everyone should voice their opinion, and like I said, fans, the club, they have their rights to sack him, to fine him, to do whatever they want to do. But at the same time, I do understand where Cristiano Ronaldo's coming from, and I can say that I do stand by him, because, like I said, as a professional, as an ex-pro, someone who dedicated my life as well to the sport, there's definitely been situations where you don't have a say, you can't say nothing. The world doesn't owe anyone understanding, but I think in this situation, if you're a reasonable person, you can sit back and you can say, listen, if I was in his shoes, what would I do? If I have achieved all of these things and someone was disrespecting me the way he is, or, certain things are not kept, certain promises weren't kept, certain, things that were promised to me are not, they're not being exercised, how would I react? That's my take on it. A lot of people might agree, might not agree. Whether you agree or not, listen, if you don't want to listen, leave a comment and tell me what you think. I'm really not bothered. But you have your opinion, I have my opinion. And if you want to have your own opinion, make your own YouTube channel, make your Twitter, get as famous as you want, and voice your opinion that way, and tell people if they're right or if they're wrong. And you can do what you want. No one's stopping you. No one's stopping you from... No one's, obliging you for listening into this. No one's obliging you for clicking on this. I believe in honesty. I believe in the truth. I believe in people standing up for themselves. I believe people having the right to say whatever they want to say. I believe in having an opinion, having a voice, and I believe in exercising those rights. And I think everyone should. And I think if people really understand what it takes for you to actually make it that far in your life, in your career, I think people would definitely sympathize and empathize with him, because it's not easy. And once you get there, it's even harder to maintain it. And because it's so hard to maintain, and you want to have people come in and treat you like you're 18-year-old who's just coming through the ranks, I think that's disrespectful. And for him, I think being disrespected, I think definitely is not something that he's going to stand by. So listen, that's my take on it. That's what I believe. And you can have your say. Like I said, leave a comment, leave a like. If you want to subscribe, because this channel, like I said, there's going to be some topics where I talk about some truthful things, and but most of the time it's going to be about football and me analyzing and looking at teams, and the World Cup is coming, and yeah, we're going to be live streaming, so stay tuned for that, because I think it's going to be an exciting World Cup. It's going to be a different World Cup, because like a lot of people are complaining that it's in Qatar, but listen, it's the players are still gonna turn up. I think every country is gonna turn up, and we're gonna have a terrific World Cup, an exciting World Cup. Like I said, we're gonna now have the Messi, Ronaldo, even Neymar saga at the moment, because it's gonna be Ronaldo's last World Cup. It's gonna be probably Messi's last World Cup as well. And Neymar wants to win the World Cup. So it's going to be an exciting one. It's going to be an exciting one, and I can't wait. And after all this, I still want Messi to lift the trophy. I think he's the best player, the greatest player, in my opinion. And alongside Ronaldo. I think those two has definitely revolutionized football. They've changed the way football is viewed. They've changed the way people play. They've changed the way people eat. They've changed the way people, treat themselves. They've changed the way how long footballers can now last in the game. I think they changed the way the views of how much more players can give to the club, and in terms of the age and all of that, and he's definitely helped more than he's hindered anything, both of them. So anyway, like I said, leave a like, comment, subscribe if you want. You don't have to. Make your own channel. Do what you want, but I'll catch you on the next one. Peace. I'm out.